Alright, hey guys, we're back for another episode of Clash Royale. Balance changes happened, so let's talk about them. First of all, they didn't nerf the Furnace's range, like literally everyone I know asked for. They nerfed the Empress, but not the part of her that was too good, which was her damage. They didn't touch her range, didn't touch damage per second, only touched the health, which is not really making a difference. Minions, they nerfed the DPS slightly. They gave minions 2 range buffs and a trench coat, and instead of, making it only 1 range buff, they just decided to nerf the only part of minions that's slightly interesting. A cheap air DPS that doesn't die to small spells so easy. Cannoneer nerf, this is, okay. Cannoneer was beatable before, it's still beatable now. Little Prince, I don't really care. It's Little Prince. Gobstein, the monster hit points is not the right way to buff Gobstein. I'm a little bit worried that maybe we're going to have a Gobstein the Bridge get guaranteed value meta again, because that's pretty much just how Stein works. The niche that Gobstein is supposed to fit in is the first Electro tank that can be usable in cycle. So some cycle decks, they need to rely on getting a counter push, right? But some Inferno decks just never let the cycle deck have a counter push. So Gobstein is a tank that works in cycle that you can use to reset those Infernos. So that's its niche. So what you should do is you should make it so that the Doctor has a slightly faster hit speed or more damage or something like that. Or maybe even make the Doctor spawn next to the Stein instead of some weird diagonal angle that they give the champion privilege for. Dark Prince buff I'm kind of happy to see, but 7% damage is actually going to make a lot of interaction changes. I notice a lot of the times when I play Dark Prince decks, things survive on a sliver of health. So, that's neat, but we also have God Curse. This isn't a rework, this is straight up just a nerf because they're only giving it 5 more damage per second. 5 whole damage? Wow! And then they're nerfing the damage amplification. So it's just trash now. It still hard counters Gob Hut, still hard counters Graveyard, still hard counters Witches, but you can't guarantee you're going to face those. So God Curse is just a matchup fishing card. Unlike Mother Witch, which gets value in pretty much every matchup, at least sometimes, because it spawns a pig every once in a while, this is probably not going to spawn a goblin most of the time. So this is kind of just, they should vault the card, honestly. And then that's it. So, I was hopeful that perhaps they could have shaken up the meta a lot, but they didn't. So what we have right now is an overpowered green-themed spell that kills too many things that you can play with other overpowered cards, irrespective of synergy. And what we had before was literally the exact same thing, where you have a green-themed overpowered spell that kills everything and plays with things with it regardless of synergy. So anyway, today we're going to be playing this deck. It doesn't have any synergy whatsoever, it's just a lot of overpowered cards slapped together. I'm really glad they shook up the meta so much. Now instead of facing triple tank Curse, we're going to face triple tank Vines. Yippee! And Vines is even worse than Curse because the Vines, there's no real counterplay to Vines. Curse, at the very least, you could try and overcommit to keep your units alive, but there is no keeping your units alive through Vines. The best you can do is try and lightning block, but since there's 3 units in it, you can't even lightning block it reasonably until you're in double and triple time, which means that in single elixir it's just going to be undefendable. Icewiz Mighty Miner Spirit, odd combination of cards here. Icewiz, I don't know why I'm bothering to try. I shouldn't bother with that whole effort thing because I've got overpowered cards. You're not supposed to think when you've got overpowered cards like this. Rage. Interesting play. I guess I'm gonna guards and then ability out because he's probably gonna Ice Spirit. Yeah, very good. Now he has to do something about the guards, and after the guards he's probably not gonna have much elixir for my boss man. I'm gonna wait for it to dash and then ability out again. That 1 elixir will full kill the Icewiz. Very nice, and he still has to play something on that. So and that's a 1/6 of his tower. That was not well played in the slightest. I don't even have a win condition in this deck. Oh yeah, I don't remember if I said this. I have no win condition. This is just cards that are so strong you get such an elixir advantage you win just by playing them. Oh, never mind. It was sarcastic. Yeah, that's deserved. All right. Mighty Miner. It looks like we're playing against Miner Poison, but he actually has a terrible matchup into me because Overpowered beats Control. Control is theoretically the best deck in the game, but it just loses to Overpowered. The Mighty Miner doesn't even full counter my Prince there. And that's really gonna suck for him. I can't quite Vines this, so I guess that's a mild... That's so slightly mildly unfortunate that I didn't take his entire tower there, I only took most of it. I'll ignore that Icewiz because my elixir is better spent on offense. Why would I defend when I could offend? He's surprised, but it doesn't really matter. Because, Of course, it didn't matter if he was surprised, no matter what deck I was playing. Looks like we're facing Rocket Miner Poison. I guess he's just playing Mighty Miner instead of a regular mini tank. Or maybe he's playing Rocket only, no, I think he might be playing Rocket with no, Poison, because he's got the bats in there. This is really good Vines value here. And Rage, and Prince, and it's about to all die. Ability out. Now if that's not getting targeted anymore, it's just game over. Yeah, I didn't do anything of interest in this game. I kind of just played my cards, set up a push, and watch it work. That is what they want from you. They don't want you to think at all, because if you're thinking, then you're thinking about how poorly balanced it is. What they want you to do is they want everything to be guaranteed breakthrough, and then you just pay for whatever guaranteed breakthrough's the best. Also, by the way, you can unlock Vines. You just go here and then you touch store.supercell.com, and then you scroll down a smidge, and then there should be a free offer somewhere. But, oh, it's at the top here. So if you scroll up, you should be able to find it past all of the paid ones. But here, you can find one free Vine spell, so you can unlock that for free, so you can abuse it in equal level mode. One nice thing is that they gave us the rare book at the beginning of the season, so I'm going to be able to level up my Hog Rider. One not nice thing is that I got a rare book this morning. As I was waiting so long to get a rare book, and as soon as they give us the rare book, naturally I get the rare book out of my drops. Little Prince is kind of interesting to see. We'll see here if he's playing a real deck or mid-ladder. Looks like a real deck. If I had Vines right now, I'd be very happy. I actually do have Vines right now, so this Little Prince and the Cannon are both dead completely, which is fun and balanced. Oh, that's disgusting. Vines actually hits harder than arrows, so it full counters, Vines actually hits harder than arrows, so it full counters guards, actually, which is very interesting. So, like, the one swarm that's, you know, designed to survive spells just doesn't survive Vines, which is certainly something. Alright, so, okay, looks like we're facing Queen Pigs, but with Little Prince for some reason. Queen Pigs is going to have a terrible time against me because they don't have any big spell, which means that he has no way to punish me. No, he does actually have the delivery. Dash out, dash in, wait for your ability to come back. That'll dash again, so I don't actually have the ability yet. I have my next ability for offense here. He's going to Skellies this. He has to, so I'm going to pre-arrows. That was a very late pre-arrows there. And Boss Bandit dash in tower, dash out, dash in. Got a Prince charge, got a Boss Bandit dash, and that's already tower down. What was his mistake? Playing the game. His mistake was playing... I didn't even use my Furnace yet. Did I use my Empress either? I don't think I used my Empress or my Furnace this game. It's just kind of over already. I don't know if he gave up. I'm assuming that he did, but I'm going to wait for 10 Elixir just to make sure that it doesn't kill me if it turns out he was just waiting for me to try and 3-crown him. No? Yeah, he gave up. Alright. This is the game for the next month, huh? There might be some balance changes, but I doubt that... Even if they emergency nerf the Vines, I don't think they're going to emergency nerf Empress and Prince and Boss Bandit and Guards and Arrows and, well, I mean, every card in this deck. Except Guards. Guards isn't really overpowered, it's just really, really good. I think that Guards could use a very small damage nerf. Because if they're going to be so tanky, then they should just not deal the damage. I guess I'll just Furnace. Zoinks. Okay, that's unfortunate. I had to Guards this too, so I've spent 7 Elixir for his 3. Well, now he's got 1 Elixir left to respond to this Furnace. And he missed the Furnace because it has an awkward walk speed that makes people miss their spells on it very, very commonly. Boss Bandit, the way that she works is that since she's a Bandit-type unit, she actually is completely invincible during her dash, which is so fun. I'll Rage this, get the extra effect on my units, so, the Rage is actually 2 Elixir, is perfectly good value just hitting my Boss Bandit, but on top of killing the bats, that just makes it an automatic positive trade. And we're already winning the game. What was his mistake? Having bats in his deck. That was the thing he did wrong. Like, the thing he did wrong that cost him this entire game was having bats. I look on disappointment. At least it's a new season, so I get new pass rewards. I got a couple wild cards out of that last drop there. Also, I did some off-camera mastery grinding for the Hog, so I can get these wild cards out. So my intention actually was to use the wild cards from the Hog to max out my Inferno Tower, but for like the free-to-play series. But now that I have the rare book, and in fact 2 rare books, what I was thinking of doing was I was thinking of maxing out the Hog, because I could do 1 level on the Inferno Tower right now if I use these wild cards, but I could use my wild cards on the Hog instead and then book a clean slate level 13 to get level 14 very quickly. So I think that I'm actually just going to commit to that right now, because I am going to get another rare book later, and I'd rather have the rare book used up already. So So I can do this, upgrade. Now that we've got a level 14 Hog, this should be a insanely better deck now. So when people overcommit against me, I can actually do something about it. Anyway, back to whatever garbage this is. One nice thing to see is that Evo Baby Drag isn't actually all that overpowered, or at least not in my experience against it. I haven't lost against it yet, so that means it's not overpowered. It'll be overpowered when I lose against it. Okay, looks like I Empress this lane. Doesn't really matter how much I'm splitting up my elixir because I've got really absurdly overpowered cards, which means that whatever I play my cards on is just dead anyway. I should have actually raged that Berserker. How many binds this? Because, he let that Prince go, so I get 2/3 of his tower in the first push. I can also arrows this to finish off the Furnace because that's fun and balanced. Rage this. So I got half of both of his towers first play of the game, and he made 0 mistakes so far. Sounds about right. I think I'll Furnace the back. Wait, I think I'll play my overpowered card number 4 for this cycle. Okay, well, against a Lumberjack, the best thing I have to play into that is Prince, actually, because the Prince charge and the outranging of the Lumberjack means that it'll do the best on the counter push. My cycle's a little bit messed up right now. I really want to have my Rage in cycle for the Berserker, because Prince charge plus Rage full kills a Berserker. I don't know why he keeps playing his Ground Empress like that. I'm guessing that this guy's playing Golem, by the way, just by the look of his deck. He's got the, that Golem deck that was good last season. But anyway, since he's playing Golem, that means that he's got a really heavy deck, which means that he's not going to have a good time if I just spam him, because it's single elixir time, which means I can get away with whatever I want. Dash in, dash out, he Lumberjacked. I guess that's fine, because I still get another dash on tower, and it wastes his Evo, and he still has to do something about the Empress. Alright, so I wasted his Evo that cycle, and he got no value out of it, because my cards are just that good. He's going to let that go, so I'm going to essentially freeze his tower for a little bit so I get mega extra Empress value. I mean, I'm probably going to lose tower on counter push here because I don't have a realistic deck. Like, I just lose to building targeters, but that's fine because my cards are so good it shouldn't really matter. Honestly, I'm going to go for the 3-crown race here. Interesting. I'm actually going to ground Empress this and then Rage. I don't want a big Empress because the big Empress would be too much elixir commitment to that. The mini Empress has almost the same DPS as a... Okay, I guess we're going for the whole thing now. Since he committed an Empress to that lane, I can go for the 3-crown because he spent too much elixir on offense, so he has nothing to defend with. And there we go. We beat Golem with no building and no heavy DPS. Sounds about right. I don't really know what my goal is this episode. I mean, like, I'm not making any progress. I'm not showcasing a realistic deck. I'm kind of just going, hey, look, this is nonsense. Ah, that's what I'm doing. I'm complaining. I'm complaining in video game format. So, sounds like a good time to go all in first play because, I mean, my cards are that good. It doesn't matter what cycle he has, and he's just going to lose anyway. Alright, log delivery. Looks like we're playing against Queen Pigs. He's probably going to have to queen this, and as soon as he queens, I vine the queen, and then he won't get his ability off, and then the queen goes down, and now my Empress is on tower, and he has nothing for it. I spent 3 for his 5, and it killed. And because of this freeze effect, he didn't get anything for that queen. Isn't that crazy? Like, the best thing he could have done was played his queen on this tile, but mirrored to his side of the map. And then, if he had done that, then he would have only lost his queen for 3 elixir, instead of losing his queen and tower damage. Isn't that just so fun and balanced? Instead of getting a positive 2 trade and damage, I could have gotten a positive 2 trade and only... And I could have gotten only positive 2 elixir. Oh, I was kind of hoping the Rage there actually would have made my Spirit connect. I don't know the interactions with Rage and Furnace, because I'm not a terrible person. Alright, it spawns a skeleton, and since he wasted his skellies, he actually has nothing good for this Empress and this Prince, because Prince, best counter is skeletons. He's probably gonna have to queen this sometime. And he's dead. He doesn't have elixir to stop this. Show me something I can vines. Play your queen. Gonna be somewhere around here. No? Okay. That's a heavy overcommit, by the way, because he actually took a negative trade on defense there, because my cards are that good that he took a negative trade on defense on top of still taking tower damage. He can't even overcommit to defend. That's the scariest part about this deck, because since I have no big spell and I have no building targeters, they can overcommit as much as they want on defense, but he can't even overcommit to defend. Okay, I'll rage this. Well, the vines actually stops the queen from attacking, so even though he did get the ability off, it still just didn't matter. So that was improper execution by me. I could have played better, but he still did take 500 damage there. He has yet to play his pigs, but it's not like it matters. He's just giving me a 5 elixir worth of counter push. I don't know what he thinks he's doing with that Earthquake. Even if I wasn't playing monstrously overpowered cards, that was a bad Earthquake there. I'm just going to set up in the back because he has to overcommit on this. He already spent 8 Elixir on offense, and he just spent 6, 7 Elixir on defense. So he's down a lot. Like a lot. a lot. I'm going to boss man at the back and probably take his second tower real quick. How much tower damage does this do? 75? 75 is... Wait, no, it's probably 75 per tick, right? Well, anyway, first things first. Finds this. Arrow's Rage should probably kill Queen, actually. Oh, it doesn't. Neat. Alright. Do I let him take my tower? I don't think I let him take my tower. I'll put him out of his misery here. I don't want him to prolong his suffering. Alright. Oh, and that takes tower, because of course it does. Why wouldn't it have that little smidge of extra health to always get that last shot? Rinse and repeat. This is what they want. Just keep telling yourself that. So Duchess, as a tower troop, is something that you're never supposed to be able to spam into in single time because she just does too much damage and she recharges too fast and you simply don't have the elixir to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test. If I can beat this guy in single elixir, then this deck is monstrously overpowered. That was actually a good rocket by him. That was very good rocket value, so we got the miner for free there. That's my fault. Rocket, looks like we're facing miner rocket. Since I don't have, since he's not playing Princess Tower, the furnace won't get me the greatest value in the world, but I still will play it because, it's overpowered, so why wouldn't I? Plus, eventually once the boss bandit's tanking, the fire spirits will be better value. Miner double spirit rocket. Eye-drag. Okay, since he cycled Eye-drag, I'm gonna boss bandit this lane.
Let's make this quick.
I'm probably gonna guards protect this, by the way. Triple spirit. Skellies, Eye-drag, quadruple spirit. No, triple spirit. Another Eye-drag, huh? Alright. Well, he did just waste his Skellies, so I'm gonna go in now. He's probably back to his Skellies, realistically, because of how fast his cycle is, but it doesn't really matter all that much, considering how much value I get out of my cards. Oh, the prince just barely doesn't walk out of range. How unfortunate. Okay, well, the Duchess doesn't have enough Duchess doesn't have enough ammo to stop the furnace from getting a shot. So, there we go. I mean, I guess that's it. We played in single time, and I got a furnace shot despite him having something that's not supposed to be breakthroughable in single time. I'm gonna Empress the back, bait out a rocket, because if he rockets this alone, then he doesn't have anything for my, play everything at once in one lane. Okay, he does that. He's also gonna have to respond to these guards, or... Actually, he doesn't have to respond to the guards, but if he doesn't respond to the guards, then the Duchess will be so low ammo I can boss ban at the bridge. Is he playing Evo Skellies? If he's playing Evo Skellies, this is a bad play, but I don't remember if he's playing Evo Skellies. Alright, I'm just gonna do it. We'll see. Ah. Unfortunate. Alright, I have to arrows this, but that's not really all that bad, considering how, I can't actually, I will dash out here, because, I don't want to activate his King Tower. It wasted both Duchesses of ammo, and it still got damage on his tower, and just like that, I'm in the lead. Anyway, since Empress has got such a huge range, I can play this outside of rocket range now that I know he's playing rocket. I'm gonna let that go. I'm pretty sure that the Empress actually comes back to help out with the miner. Doesn't. Unfortunate. He's giving me... What? What is that? What is that? Okay, well, he wasn't gonna have a good time on this defense already, but he's gonna extra not have a good time on this defense now. I'm actually gonna Vines this to bring the Eye-drag down. Back out. Rage. Arrows. I don't think arrows actually kills because I missed my rage. No, it does kill. Of course, because Vines does a little bit too much damage. Alright. And there we go. That's half of his health, even though he's playing a defense deck, and I'm playing a no-win condition deck. Alright, I'll just furnace this. This is outside of a reasonable rocket range. If he does rocket this... Never mind, I played it bad. I should have played that a tile lower. Interesting that he's spamming miners. He's probably going to try and rocket this. If he does, though, he's dead. He doesn't. Okay. Smart of him. Oh. Interesting. Well, I guess that's that. No, he not giving up. He just played garbage. That's fun. Alright, I'm actually going to Vines this because it'll reset the Eye-drag. And Vines does a stun exactly like a Zap does, which is balanced. That's game. Well, we played 6 games, and I've won all 6 of them. I actually played 2 games before the recording, and so that's an 8-win streak now. Maybe we'll make this into a 10-win streak and then call it there. Because wins are meaningless. Easy come, easy go now. So, yeah. Win streaks don't really matter anymore. Oh, one Skelly goes in the same lane as the Prince. How unfortunate. What a mild inconvenience that is. Too bad the Prince will immediately start charging again. Alright, if I had Curse Rage, I would kill this man immediately, but since, the mechanics of the current overpowered cards don't favor me right now, I, don't kill him off rip. Just, very close. But since he played that Skelly Barrel, I actually kill him now. That was too much elixir. He doesn't have elixir to kill my Empress now, because I can tank for it, and my Empress is being tanked for it, it's too good. I'm gonna rage this and then Vines whatever he plays. He's gonna have to play another card. No, he's just dead. Huh. Vines, dash out, dash in. Very good. I'm not gonna play a second dash because I want to make sure that my Empress is being tanked for, because the Boss Bandit is untargetable mid-dash, so I would rather the tower stays targeting the Boss Bandit. And we took half of his tower through a Mega Knight. He lost his Mega Knight on defense. Isn't that crazy? Like, he played a defensive Mega Knight, and it just isn't here anymore. Anyway, he's playing Princess Tower, which means that my Furnace is going to be mega overpowered in this match, because it's either going to get me free damage or a positive trade. And already that's a positive trade, just because he's playing Wizard, but that's mid-ladder being mid-ladder, not Furnace being overpowered. Wizard is actually relatively solid in the Furnace, because it one-taps the Spirits, and just doesn't get dashed on. I'm going to arrow this for the Skellies. I don't think I arrowed that on time. Unfortunate. I will still rage this, even though it's not really the greatest value in the world, because it doesn't really matter how well or poorly I play. Alright, actually I forgot that the Vines only hits 3 units there. I was kind of hoping to hit a bunch of Skellies, but irrespective, I do manage to full kill his Evo Witch on defense. Alright, the one Fire Spirit should come and help me out. I played that very badly, actually. I don't know what tile I was supposed to play my Furnace on, but I just didn't play it right. He's got Mega Knight, so I can't really spam same lane, so what I'm probably going to do is Prince opposite and then Boss Bandit same lane. Or maybe even he'll Mega Knight on this, and then I can Boss Bandit on defense, guard surround. Alright. Boss Bandit, guard surround, that's, his Mega Knight is dead already. I'll rage this. He's going to have to play something else on that. Oh, that charges, that's disgusting. I'm going to Vines this because I don't want it to spawn more Skellies, and also he's not expecting it since the Prince is low health. And there we go, that's pretty much his entire tower just gone. I'm not going to bother Boss Bandit abilitying that because of the extra Skellies that come back to help out. I have to Empress this, and then probably guards too. I can ignore that Witch because Elixir on defense is better spent on offense. 93, 54... I think I need 2 cycles of spells, so I'm going to start with the Rage now. So next time I get my Rage, that will be enough to take his tower. I'll Vines immediately, see how this goes. Okay, that's death range. I was almost up an entire tower, like, his second tower is about the same health as my low health. Alright, well, it's been extremely nonchalant, this video, because I don't have to do any... Oh, he wasted his Skellies. Let's kill him for wasting his Skellies. That's, a game-losing mistake there. Playing your Skeletons? What are you thinking? You think you can play cards? What a nerd! Anyway, Boss Bandit dash out. He's probably gonna have the defensive that. He was gonna have the defensive something, but wasting his win con. Anyway, he spent Valk Bomb Tower Drill, which is 12 elixir for my 11. And he also has to spend something on these guards now, so he's already spending elixir that he doesn't really have. So what I'm going to do, actually, I do have to rage just to keep my guards alive. Yeah, that wasn't very good. If I raged that sooner, I think I would have done better there. So I kind of gave him his elixir back. That's my fault. He could have died in single time, just for wasting his Skellies. But I did not kill him efficiently. Maybe. I will kill them better next time. Alright. Wait, I bet that, Vines actually full kills a Musketeer. I don't really mind the -2 trade for him. He gets a Fireball for 2 elixir, but I get 2 elixir, and every elixir is kill potential with this deck. Musketeer, Bomb Tower, Drill, Fireball, Skellies, Zap? Drill. Odd. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna Prince with this once the next Spirit spawns, so that he's gonna have a hard time Skelliesing that. No, he's just gonna wait for the Bomb Tower to kill, and then Skellies afterwards. Valk, I remember. Alright. Since he doesn't have his Valk or his Skellies in hand, I probably Boss Bandit the bridge here. Or maybe Boss Bandit on his Musketeer. Or maybe even Boss Bandit nothing at all. Why would I play defense when I could play offense? Oh, there goes one breaker. There goes the other breaker. And that's a bunch of tower damage. He's gonna have to Valk this late, and as soon as he Valks it, I Vines. No? Nothing? Alright, that's tower down. Nope, nope, nope. Don't play defense. Just lose your tower. Accept that you're losing your tower. It's your fault for not playing an overpowered deck. I'll Furnace this because if he plays his Fireball Zap on it, it's a positive trade, and as you saw there, 2 elixirs enough to kill people. I'll rage this early so that the Prince charges. Very good. He Fireballs. Does he Zap? I don't think he Zaps. Maybe he's learned his lesson. But not zapping is also a game-losing mistake because he's, well, I mean, yeah. I can actually just Vines Arrows this Musketeer. it doesn't really matter it's a negative trade because the Musketeer would have gotten him a positive trade, and he is currently down. So it's essentially staying neutral. I'm spending my elixir to keep him down. Alright, so he finally does zap that. You can see there how much elixir it cost him in return for non-zapping. I don't get any damage because I'm playing a bad deck. You know, I don't have a win condition, but it doesn't really matter. A Furnace on top of the drill. The Spirit will spawn and kill the gobs. Very nice, and that's just game over. Do we go 10-0? I think we might try and hold out for 10-0. I mean like 10-0 on recording. I've now won 10 games in a row with this no win condition overpowered spam deck, but why would I stop there if they're just gonna keep giving me free wins? I mean, clearly it's these people's faults for not playing overpowered cards. Clearly they want to lose. Oh wow. Well, I guess that's one way of going about it. I'll Furnace mirror his Furnace. He's probably gonna Skellies or something, so I'm gonna hover my Rage. No? Interesting. Vines, reset. Very interesting. I'm gonna Rage this so I don't take any Spirit damage. Oh, Hog. Okay, so it's gonna be a tough matchup, because he's got a building target when I've got no building, but of course if I can win, that means that this deck is monstrous. Firecracker Hog is actually a very bad Firecracker by him. He gets a smidge of chip, but he's giving me King Tower, and King Tower is huge. King Tower is absurdly good. I've done the math. Apparently King Tower is just absurdly good value. Especially because it's free value. Once you get it the one time, it's an advantage for the rest of the game. I'll Prince this, tank the Fire Spirits. Playing Furnace second didn't work out so well last time, so I'm just gonna do it like this. Interesting Skellies. Since he wasted his Skellies, I probably boss man at the bridge. No, I don't. I need an Empress to kill him with. He's probably gonna have to Mighty Miner this. No, Cannon Log. He spent 5 elixir after the 5 elixir already killed his Furnace, so I don't really mind that. I don't know if he's playing a big spell. If I had to guess, it's probably EQ, but I can't really risk him not having the big spell. I mean, having the big spell, so I'm going to play my Furnace this lane. Also, his Cannon's out of cycle, and his Firecracker doesn't even have the projectile speed to hit Spirits anyway, so this is just absurdly good value. The Evo Furnace nerf is an impactful nerf. It's still probably going to be a broken card, but whatever. Oh no, whatever will I do? Oh. That's that. Bye-bye, Furnace. All gone. Your Furnace is not as good as my Boss Bandit. Oh. I guess I'll just Rage this, make sure that I take only one shot. Okay. Well then, I did say that an Empress push was going to be the one that I used to kill him, so I'll probably do this about it now. I don't have Divines that Mighty Miner, and he knows it, so he abilities out. The Mighty Miner was going to die so fast it wasn't going to kill my stuff, and the Prince barely gets the charge. And now I can boss man it all in because he overcommit on that lane. And that connects. Nice damage. Very good damage. Do I Rage that? I might Rage that. Even the log back doesn't even push off because champions are extra heavy. Champions have champion privilege where they get extra heaviness, which means that knockbacks just don't affect them as much, and pushbacks don't affect them as much. That's one fun bit. They also have bigger size than most other cards. I could actually have Vines that to full counter, but I decided against it because I figured that my Prince was going to be overpowered enough anyway. So I can Vines whatever he plays on defense. Like, say, another overpowered card. Well, there we go. We beat Hog with no building. And it's not even like he was playing a bad deck either. He's got double Evo and Furnace, but mine's just better. Clearly, the thing that he did wrong in that matchup was picked the wrong deck. He shouldn't have even bothered queuing into the game with whatever nonsense that was. Ew, Hog Rider, balanced deck selection, win conditions. We don't need those. All we need is he released a little bit of elixir before playing that Valk, which means that he's giving me a game-winning advantage here. So I'm gonna go in right now with my Empress and my Vines. This is not good Vines value, but I also don't really care. I can Rage this because that kills the Gob and that gets my Empress on tower. Yippee! Now I get absurd amounts of damage. He has to spend 4 elixir to get my Empress off the tower after I already took 600 damage off of it. So there we go, that's 1/6 of his tower down for the first play of the game. His mistake was probably looking away for a couple seconds before queuing into the match. Alright, I probably Furnace. He's got Princess Tower, so I'm safe to assume that Furnace will be a positive trade. Well, there's my positive trade, because I got a Fire Spirit out of it. And he also has to spend something on the Furnace. So I got my 1 Fireball of damage. He Fireballed me, I Fireballed him, essentially. And he still has to spend 4 Elixir to stop the second and the third Fireball. I don't care if he Gold Knight abilities this. He can get his damage if he wants. I'm going in and killing him. Since I've got arrows in this cycle, I probably just kill him. I'm going to pre-arrows because he has to do that. If he doesn't, he's just dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. 3 units? Is that 3 units I see? I will Vines them, because Vinesing 3 units is game-winning. I hope that's sarcastic that he says well played. You notice I haven't been counting their cards this episode. I don't need to. I can kind of just play stuff. Oh no, I'm down 2.5 Elixir. But also his King Tower's already down to 3,500, so I'm going for the 3 crown. Oh. Okay. Interesting. So he decides to commit 4 Elixir to his Golem lane, so that's 12 Elixir there that I don't have to respond to for a good little while. I'm gonna Prince this, Rage through the gang, and then, Vines whatever else he plays. The Baby Drag is going to be a mild nuisance, but of course the Boss Bandit dashes through it immediately. Oh, actually, okay, interesting. I'll Vines this, just make sure that the Baby Drag doesn't do any funny business, because, it is an Evo, which makes it overpowered. I got my second Furnace down, Baby Drag goes down, Rage all this. I do lose my tower, but if you look at his King Tower, it's not doing so hot right now. I will actually guard this, just make sure that I don't, lose outright, but no, I did win the 3 crown race. So there we go. Yeah, the meta isn't really different at all. This is a quote-unquote balance changes videos, but nothing is balanced and nothing has changed. That's a good title. I think I'll use that. See you guys next time.